Hello again, just you and me this time for 15 minutes, but we are going to go far away together on adventures to Australia and New Zealand. And we are doing it with Royal Caribbean as well, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. We're going to be sailing on Ovation of the Seas. Now, she's Quantum class with Royal Caribbean, so it's the same class as both the Quantum, of course, and Anthem of the Seas. Now, we've got your chance to do some amazing adventures in this show, and you get to spend some time in Sydney as well. So let's get started, shall we? Various dates this winter into early next year, or even early planning for next winter into 2025, which is brilliant. And I've got low deposits on these couple of offers as well, from just £199 per person to get the deals locked in. So are you ready? We're going down under with Royal Caribbean. First offer is called the Great Barrier Reef with Sydney stay. It's for 13 nights and it's the 9th of November for next year. So we're flying off to Sydney first in Australia for a 2-night hotel stay. Oh my word, 2 nights is perfect for Sydney. Do you know where I would go? I'd go straight to Luna Park. We see it in the footage that we see quite often, actually. It's like a vintage almost sort of seaside theme park. There it is, Luna Park. It looks great. Honestly, I'm not bothered about the latest, greatest whizzy-bang rides that take you here, there and everywhere. I'm liking the look of that. I would be straight there. Of course, you want to go to things like Bondi Beach, Rose Bay. There's a Sydney Tower as well. You can go high and see the city from 800 feet above as well. So lots of ideas for your 2-night hotel stay there. And then it's cruise time. We've got 8 nights on Ovation of the Seas with Royal Caribbean. So she's the 3rd of the Quantum class ship, so the North Star that we just saw there, that's going to be on there, or it is on there. I Fly, which is the old, what do you call it, free fall skydiving simulator, that's the one. I should remember, I did it. And it's brilliant. The Seaplex inside, loads and loads of different activities. So this is both a couple's holiday and a family holiday, if you want it to be. Completely right for absolutely everyone. There's plenty of places to escape and just relax and do your own thing if you want to. There's so many things on the program as well, which are all optional. You get involved, don't get involved. Watch other people do these things if you want to. And dining of an evening on Ovation is a real treat as well. You've got 18 different restaurants to choose from. So let me tell you, over your 8-night cruise, you're going to have to be quite picky, aren't you? You're going to have to go, right, okay, I'm going to go around, look at the menus, and I'll go here, and I'll go here, and I'll here. The staterooms are brilliant. Of course, it's Royal Caribbean, one of the biggest cruise companies in the world. They are fantastic, and you can have your choice of many, many different kind of stateroom types on board Ovation. We're going to give you an absolutely amazing offer. Oh my word, talking of amazing. Royal Caribbean and their entertainment. First of all, I don't think any cruise line anywhere spends more on entertainment innovation, making the most spectacular visual technology rich shows. So you've still got the performance, but you've got so much else going on as well. And the great thing is, you go to the theatres, you're not handing over a ticket at the door that you've spent £50 each on. You just go and enjoy the show. It's part of your cruise. Royal Caribbean, honestly, are so much fun. You are going to love this. Oh, and there's a cruise as well, you know. We're going to places. 8 nights. So we're sailing out of Sydney, 2 days at sea. Airlie Beach is the first port, close to the Whitsunday Islands. Most people head to the Great Barrier Reef here as well, of course, because that's the main pull here. There are croc tours as well if you want to, and you can take a visit to the lagoon in Airlie Beach as well. Then on to Cairns again. Great Barrier Reef, not that far away. There's the Daintree rainforest there, so lush jungles and coral seas around here. Massive holiday destination in Australia, fabulous shopping as well. Next, we do some scenic cruising at Willis Island, which is really, really nice, actually. It's one of the only permanently inhabited islands in the Coral Sea Islands territory, just outside Australia, where you can see the black-footed booby, which is very nice. You see a picture there. 2 days at sea, and then we come back into Sydney for the flight back to the UK. This is so nice. Nice little winter getaway. I mean, to be able to tell people, you know, I say this all the time because most people take their holidays during the summer while it's summer here. Makes sense, doesn't it, really? But then it's quite nice to tell friends and family at a time when no one's talking about holidays, oh yeah, we're off to Australia. it feels like a guilty pleasure. It makes it even more. Do you know what I mean? This is brilliant. So 9th of November next year, included in the price I'm about to give you, is the flight from the UK out to Sydney in Australia. 2-night stay in a hotel there, room only, so you can explore and just have fun in Sydney, do everything that you want to. Then you've got 8 nights of full board cruising on Ovation of the Seas with Royal Caribbean, to ports for the Great Barrier Reef and scenic cruising of Willis Island, and of course cruising back into Sydney, and that flight back from Sydney is included as well. Now there are other dates for the package from November this year through to April in next year, which is brilliant, and I think also from the back end of next year even into 2025 as well. Low deposit on this one from just £199 each, and your price tag, which for me felt like the price it would cost to get flights to and from Sydney. Look at that. I honestly, well, you know how long the flight is, you know how far away it is. You kind of imagined that kind of number would get you the flight to and from Sydney and maybe the most dirt cheap of hotels, possibly for one night. You wouldn't expect to get 2 nights in a really good Sydney hotel and 8 nights of cruising in Australia with an amazing cruise line like Royal Caribbean. You would just not expect all of that for just that. And £199 each deposit gets that secured for you. Here's the upgrade prices as well if you want to upgrade on board the ship. Yeah, I thought I was right about the other dates actually. So November this year through to April next year, and then November next year through to March in 2025 are the other dates where you can book this package. Now obviously the price will vary by date. We've got the price already for the 9th of November next year, so I'd start investigating if you want some of those other dates. Start investigating it now while you can put the low deposits down on it, would be my advice there. It's really, really good. And that's a good solo price as well, don't you think? As well, it's not a heck of a lot more if you're traveling solo on that one. Starts from $3,199 if you're a solo cruiser on that one. Brilliant value for money. 0800 953 4700 is our telephone number to call. Remember, we're here to talk to you 7 days a week. We're also available to watch 24 hours a day as well. Yeah, on our YouTube channel, and lots of people can do YouTube on the telly now with these whizzy bang tellies. They're brilliant. So you can watch us 24 hours a day on our YouTube stream as well in full glorious HD. You can see all the lines there on our YouTube channel. Oh joy. Thanks, Mr. P. He only just told me that. Anyway, let's move on. Let's not think about it. Look only forward, Derek, is my phrase. Next, we're going on a New Zealand discovery with a Sydney stay. It's 15 nights all told. It's the 24th of November next year. Again, with this one, we start by flying you from the UK out to Sydney in Australia, and we've got a 2-night hotel stay there, which is fantastic. I mean, honestly, there are endless possibilities. I could talk to you for an hour and a half about the things that you could enjoy in Sydney, Australia. I'm sure you've got your own ideas of the kind of things you want to do. I'm guessing you want to take as many pictures around the harbour as you can. Possibly do one of the adventures at the Opera House as well. There's lots of different ways of seeing it, or maybe you just want to relax on a beach somewhere. You can do all of that as you please. Then it's cruise time, 10 nights this time, on Ovation of the Sea with Royal Caribbean. Do you know what, Royal Caribbean, and we talk about this all the time, and I know if you've sailed Royal Caribbean, you're like, yes, Derek, I know, they're just brilliant. And you can take anybody on a Royal Caribbean cruise and they're all going to have a great time. If you have got the kids with you and the family, excellent facilities, and also activities that you can do with them as well. So it's not just about, okay, the kids go to the kids club, the adults do adult stuff. There's lots of spaces where you can get together and all have fun, like that Seaplex that we saw earlier. You can do bumper cars in there, you can go on a roller disco in there, they have live DJs, they've got all the games consoles up on the upper level of the Seaplex as well, so you can sit there looking out to the ocean. You can be sitting there playing zombie games and all that kind of shenanigans that the kids love doing. Entertainment of an evening, shows that don't take up your whole night, that just blow you away. They're just so beautiful. Bionic Bar, that draws a crowd every single night, every single day. People are just fascinated by what happens. You love the dining as well. Lots of nice surprises in the 18 restaurants on board. So are you ready? We are cruising for 10 fabulous nights with Royal Caribbean, and of course we're sailing away from Sydney, Australia. We've got a couple of days cruising, and then we are in 1.2 million hectares of mountains, lakes, fjords and rainforests. This is the Fiordland National Park of New Zealand. It's absolutely incredible, and everybody has a unique experience sailing through them as well, which is wonderful. Next we call into Dunedin. Speight's Brewery is here, which is lovely, and also Penguin Place. I wonder what's at Penguin Place. Could it be those two at the bottom there? Possibly. Lovely botanical gardens there as well. Next we head into Christchurch. Christchurch is beautiful as well. The Canterbury Museum, and you can see Quake City there, which sort of charts the sights and sounds of the recovery of Christchurch. And you also botanical gardens there as well, which is lovely. Let's go to the world's southernmost capital now, Wellington in New Zealand. It's called the capital of cool as well, and there are forested mountains not far away. Great street arts in the city for you to enjoy, quite compact as well, so easy to navigate your way around. Next we head into Picton, and the National Whale Centre of New Zealand is here. It's like a pure paradise on earth. Lots and lots of wonderful things to do, lots of open green spaces, and you can sample some of the Maori handicrafts here as well. 2 days at sea before we arrive back into Sydney. We leave the ship and we fly back to the UK, having had a most incredible time in New Zealand. Do you know what? Can I just give you a word of warning? When you go to New Zealand, so many people fall in love with everything there is in New Zealand that they often think to themselves, that's why people emigrate out here. So it might give you some other ideas beyond a holiday as well, who knows. So 24th of November next year, in the price I'm about to give you, included is the flight from the UK out to Sydney in Australia. That's a big and a long flight, isn't it? So it sounds expensive, doesn't it? Then we've got 2 nights in a Sydney hotel. We've included that room only for you. 10 nights of cruising with Royal Caribbean on Ovation of the Seas around New Zealand, including the capital and that Fiordland National Park. We end the cruise in Sydney, and then the flight back to the UK is included as well. Now, £199 each today as a deposit secures this deal that we're about to give you, and there are other dates available for the package as well, but for the 24th of November next year, that's like well over a year away, 2,699 per person, or £199 each today. Now that is my kind of deal. To get into a place where I would think that you would have to spend £4,000 or £5,000 each just to do anything near this part of the world. Do you know what I mean? It's incredible. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well. Other dates on the package from November this year and April next year through to, from November this year to April next year, and also November next year into March of 2025. You can also combine both of the offers we've shown you in the show to make the ultimate Australia and New Zealand package. And if you want to know more about that, speak to the team on 0800 953 4700 and they will certainly help you out with that. That's the great thing with cruises, is you can bundle cruises together and you can make stays work, so you can knit various offers together and you can go here, there and everywhere in one fabulous holiday. Well, I hope that's given you some good ideas for getting away down under and out to New Zealand as well. Lots more inspiration, of course, on our website at cruise1st.tv and right here on the channel as well. And I will see you back here in a couple of minutes.